Mary,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about your story, how you became a surrogate, and why it was something you wanted to do.
It was probably 7 years ago. A family member asked me to do it kind of randomly at a barbecue. And I'm like, wow, that's random. And so I kind of like, I'm sorry, but I've never really thought about that before. I don't think I can help you. And then over the next year, started researching it and thinking about it because I was very curious about the whole process. And then probably a year or so later, I decided, yes, that actually is something that I would love to do, and continued researching and looking for a couple, and talked to a lot of couples. Found Danny and LaRon, who live in Dallas, and delivered Gabrielle for them in 2008. And decided I wanted to do it again, so I met there was some other couples that I talked to, and the one that introduced me to Doug and Bill. Yeah, okay. And
Was the other couple traditional or gestational?
all traditional.
They were all traditional.
Yeah, they're both traditional. And, yeah, all gay couples as well. And, yeah, I think does that answer the question? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
in a nutshell, yeah.
In a nutshell, well.
I think when a lot of people think of traditional surrogacy, they're thinking, you're the mother.
Right.
What is your take on that?
I don't feel like the mother. I mean, I have a daughter of my own, and I feel like an aunt or something, honestly. I mean, I don't know, that's what it feels like. But, I mean, there is an extra connection there, and I had a feeling that would be the case if I went with traditional, rather than be a gestational surrogate. And honestly, I didn't want to go through all the shots and everything. I'm like, am I going to be, more or less connected? Is it going to make that big of a difference? And then I decided, probably not. It'll be fine. So, yeah.
How are the ongoing relationships going?
Good. I feel like I have good friends, and it is a huge commitment you make to embark on this whole journey together. The pregnancy and after, and it's just nice to have good friends that are going to be around for a while. And I've seen the other baby, and probably visit with them sometime in the next year or so. But yeah.
It doesn't complicate your life?
No, it adds
Why not?
to it. It adds to it.
How so?
Can you have too many good friends? I don't think so. So, and I enjoy getting the updates, and my daughter enjoys being a part of it all as well. And no, I think it's good.
How have you explained it to the rest of your family? And what
Bluntly.
was their what was their reaction?
My parents gave me a little bit of trouble about it. They're like, well, you don't really, this is like, our grandchild, and you didn't ask us, and, and I'm like, I did. We discussed it, and my siblings were very supportive, aunts and uncles and everybody very supportive, and yeah, it was good. No, yeah, my parents were a little wishy-washy, but they're fine now, so.
They thought she was coming here to get more business.
Yes, my father's like, promise me you're not gonna get another one.
My daughter, the baby factory.
Yes.
What do you think it's important? Because I know that your attitude, your approach to being a surrogate is very professional. What do you think it's important for intended parents to look for in the attitude of their surrogate, their potential surrogate?
I think a surrogate that's proactive is probably going to make the process a lot easier. Someone who has, spent the time to research and read and, just be up on everything that could possibly go, one way or the other. It's important to find someone who's considered both the positive and the negative aspects of everything, and possibilities and all that kind of stuff. So.
She would send us volumes of literature on stuff that she had researched, and it was amazing.
I have an obsessive research thing going
It was
on.
wonderful. But she included us in that journey, in that part
Dr.
of it.
Google?
Yeah, which was nice.
What do you say when these guys would come to you, or did they come to you? It sounds like you kind of directed your own process. And Rachel, I'm going to ask you this as well. But when someone is concerned, when the intended parents are concerned with, well, are you, taking your folic acid? Are you not drinking? Are you staying away from alcohol? What is your reaction to that, and to what extent do you think that the intended parents have a right to dictate?
They certainly do have the right to dictate these things. We discussed a lot of this stuff, and it was in our contract, and I think by the time we got to that stage, we had built enough of a relationship that it was fine. It was just cool, whatever, we could have these conversations, and it was not, it was not a big deal, so, yeah. But it was the conversations we had, in the year before or whatever, that really made it clear that, yes, we clicked and we worked and everything was gonna.
What's the most challenging thing to you about being a surrogate?
I'd say labor is pretty tough.
That works.
Probably explaining it to other people. There's a whole awkward thing when I'm like 9 months pregnant, or, they saw me pregnant and they're like, where's the baby? That is always a unique challenge, just trying to explain it to people who aren't aware and maybe are not cool with, 2 dads or whatever, so.
Have you run into many problems?
Not too many. A lot of questions, and most people are very nice and polite about it. So some people ask very personal questions about it, but
Well, like, what's the most awkward, inappropriate thing they've asked you?
everybody always asks, well, did you have sex with him? And I'm like, no, we're not that close.
That's what my husband's family thought, too.
Okay.
They thought that we both had sex with her in India.
You just can't think out of the box,
And his answer was, well, no, we don't know her. What? But you've been with her. How do you not know her?